Hey, hold up. So I'm sitting here watching a No Jumper interview with Tony Willrich, right? The gay Crip. And Tony asked Adam how long he been supporting the LGBTQ, right? Adam says he been supporting them his whole life because, you know what I mean, his parents had gay friends in college and all that, right? And Tony says, well, you are white, so I mean, if you was black, I would look at you like, what the fuck that mean? Cause see now, I'm gonna go into a story time, right? When I was younger, when I was just a shorty, just a little one, just a little wee little baby, not really a baby, but when I was a little kid, I remember, I remember one night, my mother, God rest her soul, I love you, Ma. My mother was getting ready for a girls' night out, right? They was going out. Everybody at the house, they pre-gaming, you know what I mean? Getting drunk, getting high, weed passing around, and, you know what I mean? Alcohol passing around, and everybody meeting up at the house before they go out. So, I remember it was like this. I don't remember the person name or nothing, so I'm not gonna say the name because I don't remember the damn name. But I remember it was a tall person. He was tall, and I can't just say taller than my mother because my mother was short. But it was a tall person, and it was like kind of buff, and but they had titties. They had on these sweatpants, and he took sweatpants off, right? Like don't the whole time talking feminine, and you know what I mean, sashaying around, and you know what I mean. So taking sweatpants off was like, girl, I'm already ready. What is you talking about? I'm ready, girl. We gonna go get this and get that, and I'm gonna get me some tonight. And so he take his sweatpants off, got this little skirt, little mini skirt. You know, kids tend to keep it real because we don't know no better, right? We just don't know no better. We just don't give a damn. We just say whatever. So his manhood was poking out the bottom of his skirt. But he acting like a female. So me as a kid, I didn't know no better. You know? I'm like, ew. I was like, ew. You're not a girl, you got a wee-wee. My mother smacked me in my damn mouth. Bam! Smacked me smooth in my shit. I didn't know what's going on. I got smacked. So, of course, I'm crying and holding my mouth and shit. So then my mother take me and sit me down. And she tell me, boy, don't ever do that. Don't ever judge nobody. You don't want nobody judge you, do you? People been judging our people for 100 years, yada, yada, yada. And, they used to have whites-only stores and whites-only bathrooms and whites-only water fountains. You don't want nobody judging you for stuff you can't help, do you? You don't want nobody judging you because of the color of your skin. You can't help that you was born the color you was born. You don't want nobody to judge you because you fat, do you? You can't help that. You was born fat. You part Samoan. You was born fat. Boy, you was big as shit when you was born. You can't help being big. So, you don't want nobody judging you for something you ain't got no control over. That's a woman in there. She just happened to be born a man. Here I go again. Man, you can't be a woman if you got a wiener. Boy, look. Now, you know, God don't make no mistakes. But some people believe they was born in the wrong body by accident. Not saying it's God's fault. Just an accident that it happened. So you can't judge them for something they can't control. Just like you don't want people to judge you for stuff you can't control. So that's how I lived my whole life. I don't give a damn what you do with your life. Don't bring it this way. Don't give a damn who you sleeping with. Who you sleeping with don't get me excited. What you eat don't make me full. What you drink don't quench my thirst. Your heart beating don't keep me alive. Just don't bring that shit this way. I don't give a damn what you is. If you gay, you straight, upside down. If you're a damn half alien, half dragon. Don't try that shit this way. I don't give a damn. And that's how I was raised. So no, Tony, it's not just white people that's taught these types of things. It's not just white people. It's logical thinking people. People that think logically. I judge you because of who you choose to love. What do that change in my life? If you're a man and you have sex with another man, what do that change in my life? If you're a woman, choose to sleep with another woman, choose to have sex with another woman, what the fuck do that change in my life? Not a damn thing. That's what. So yeah, as long as you respect me, I respect you. I don't give a shit. Black, white, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Native. I don't give a damn which is. Male, female. Born with both sexes. I don't give a damn who you choose to love. As long as it don't affect me. As long as your partner don't disrespect me and mine, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? So no, it's not just white people that's raised to think logically. Because last time I checked, I'm not white. Where I live at now, I deal with a lot of racism. And I still don't understand that shit. Like I had a girl tell me, go back, if I don't like it, go back to where I came from. I was like, bitch, where? Baltimore? She said, well, no, this is America. You don't like it, go back to where you came from. You don't belong here anyway. Bitch says who? Do you not realize that your people came here from another country too? The people that was here was Native Americans. Christopher Columbus discovered America. Not sure how the fuck you discover someplace where people are already at. Not to mention the Vikings that came here before him. Also, not to mention the fact that, if my memory serves me correct, Christopher Columbus ain't even come to America. He came to Canada. He went to Canada. Canada, eh? Not America. Nay. If my memory serves me correct. But somehow, Christopher Columbus discovered America, even though there was already humans here. And even though there had already been white humans that came here before him. Vikings. There was a Viking named Floki. Not Loki as in Thor's brother or uncle, depending on which story you're believing. But Floki, they talk about him in the show Vikings, actually. And they actually show, so spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, they actually show when Floki came to America. That was way before Christopher Columbus. But he discovered America. Anyway. So, she told me, go back to where I came from. Go back to my country. I'm telling them, like, do you not realize, are you too stupid to understand that your ancestors came here from another country? You're not from America neither. If I'm not from America, you're not from America neither. She talking about, I was born here. Bitch, so was I. I was born in Baltimore. Baltimore is in Maryland. Maryland is in what? The United States of America. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. But, anyway, I went far off my point. The point is, like I said earlier, I don't give a damn. If you gay, if you lesbian, straight, bi, trans, queer, thinking about, contemplating, alien, if you having sex with your car, if you having sex with a damn tree. I mean, don't get me wrong. I may think you a weird ass motherfucker, the last two. Having sex with your car and trees and shit. I may think you weird, I may have to, feed you with a long handled spoon, as the old saying goes. I may keep your ass at a distance. Because, yeah. You may flip out and try to harm me. And then I'm going to have to harm you. So, I may keep your ass at a distance. But my moral is, I don't give a damn. As long as you have morals, as long as you have values, as long as you respect me and mines, I will respect you and yours. That's how I've been my whole life. My whole life. And it all draws back to my mother smacking the shit out of me in my mouth because I said, you not a girl, I can see your wiener. Because this big, tall ass woman, had on a short skirt with his tallywinker poking out the bottom of it. Because he just took his sweatpants off. He ain't get a chance to adjust nothing. And, apparently the nigga didn't have on no underwear. I don't know. I'm not him. I didn't look. None of that. All I seen was a tallywinker hanging down there. You know what I mean? I saw the hang me low. I said something about it. I got smacked in the mouth. And then she took me to the side and explained why she smacked me in my mouth. You know? That was my mother for you. She'd whoop your ass and then explain to you why it happened. You know? And my father, on the other hand, it's a different story. A whole different story. Speaking of story, he used to watch stories. You know, soap operas, stories, As the World Turns, all that shit. I remember he used to whoop my ass and then go back in the room and lay down and watch stories. And yeah. If you interrupted his stories because you were doing some shit, you really got an ass whooping in. Because he loved his stories, boy. Just like I love wrestling. As y'all can tell, I love wrestling. You know. But yeah. So it all goes back to that, you know. My mother taught me respect at an early age. My mother taught me, and when I said my father, I'm not talking about my birth father, you know. May he rest in peace. But I'm talking about my father. May he rest in peace also. The man that raised me, my father, Byron White. My father. That's the man that taught me values. That's the man that taught me morals. You know what I mean? That's the man that was there to teach me how to ride a bike. That's the man that was there to clothe me and feed me and take me to school and all this. That's my father. Period, point blank. That's my father. It's not my dad. My dad played a role in my birth. You know? And I mean that in no disrespect. Because me and my dad ended up having a good relationship in the end before he passed away. We end up building, you know what I mean? So I don't take nothing away from him. That's still my dad, that's still my heart, you know what I mean? But my father, that's my heart, you know what I mean? That's the man that was there when I got out of line and he had to, as he would say, knock my block off. You know what I mean? That was the man that put me back in that straight line. You know what I mean? Ex-military. I remember my dad used to wake up in the morning and like he would come wake me up for school and shit, right? And by the time I got up and got out the bed, you know, my father had already did like a couple hundred push-ups and sit-ups and shit. Like, it's crazy. Like, anybody in Baltimore from back in the day that know my father, that know Byron, they'll tell you he was in crazy shape. Nigga was cut like a bag of dope. My father was in shape, boy. He was in shape. Like, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand how my father was in shape. And, you know, this was before I knew that he wasn't my birth father, right? All I knew was my father was in incredible shape. And then here I am fat. You know? And my mother, skinny, she lost a lot of weight because of the drugs. And, I mean, she ended up gaining it back. And then my mother, when she passed, she was healthy. Like, she wasn't skinny, no twig, none of that shit. But, you know, my mother's skinny, my father is in immaculate shape. I'm fat. So I was confused. And then, on top of that, my father black, my mother, like black, native, some shit, you know. Where's the Samoan that y'all keep telling me about? Y'all keep telling me that I'm Samoan. I'm Samoan. Like, anybody that know me from when I was a child, they'll tell you. Like, I always knew I was Samoan. You know. But I was like, where's this Samoan coming in at, you know? Then I found out that my father is not my real father. And, I mean, I guess I knew because I had memories of my father, my actual father, my dad. I had memories of the last time. And this is already a 20-minute video. My apologies. I went way off the damn topic. I saved that story for another time. But I do have memories from when I was a little child. I mean, like, think like 4 or 5 years old, something like that. The last time that I saw my actual father, my birth father, my dad, the last time I saw him, until I was 21, 22, something like that. But yeah, I can tell y'all that story at a later time too. But yeah, so even he instilled it in me, you know. He was like, you know, you don't want, he said same shit pretty much to my mother. You don't want people to judge you for shit that you can't control, so why would you judge somebody else for stuff they can't control? And it's not your place to judge nobody. It's not your place at all to judge nobody. That's God's job. God created them. God is the judge, not you. So that's how I tend to live my life. My whole life. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. So just keep that in your old thinker there, Tony Willrich. That it's not only white people that's taught morals at a young age. It's not only white people that's taught to think logically at a young age. You know what I mean? But anyway, much love, much respect. I'm out of here. Yay!